All right. So you post the notice board in a visible location. Oh, dear sweet God. Okay. All right. Luckily, it's Thursday night, so I have a few days to prepare. But there's that little scene there. Um, what else would you guys like to do? Feel free to talk to each other in and out of character to figure out what you'd like to do next, or go off on your own, or do what you do.
All right. So I wanted to do the helping out for the afternoon, but right after that, I would either like to go to the library or follow up on the fire, the
Ah, okay.
the
Mhm.
lead. I'm the thing is about the lead though is that like I would want more people to be around for that
Probably a good idea.
specific thing.
I'll go
Yeah.
with you. There are a couple of things that I personally want to do, but that can wait. We're going to be here for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, what we can do is maybe the first scene. Then we can either make it like late in the morning or in the afternoon after everyone is done work, so to speak. And we can, go ahead, and do this kind of scene right now. Maybe how would we say just early morning if that works for you guys?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
do you all want to come along with this?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. So I'll give you the details as a refresher, not really a refresher, but of the two names that traveling techno wizard. His name was Zach. That Zach gave you. So give me 2 seconds as I look them up. So the first one and the most easy one to find out that you don't even need to roll any sort of streetwise check for is a fellow named Kantar, because he is the owner of the Bygone Times Antique Shop. So very easy to find. The other you have is just a name. In order to kind of track down the more specifics in regards to her, you'd have to roll a streetwise check, which is fine. And her name is, as I look around, her name is... Inferno, where is your person? Oh, here we go. Morris Kane. Actually, I'll write down both these names here for you. Boop! Kantar and Morris Kane.
Ooh.
All right. Anyways, so yeah, those are the leads there. So, do you want to go straight to Bygone Times, the antiquity shop, or do you want to kind of search around for this Morris Kane?
Um, let's see.
Let's search. It's
Is-
like Guess Who, if
Yeah,
or the
if-
equivalent
if
of
anybody has
like
any sort of
apocalyptic.
yeah, if anybody has like a one to either one, he's like debating between like the adventurous, maybe like since it's harder to find person may have more information to the logical, why not just ask the first person? But yeah, he'll go and do the search. I think
Okay.
Oh
that-
wow, really? Oh shoot.
Quick question. I know this sounds a little weird, but what time of year is this? Is it really cold? Is it hot? Is it pleasant?
No. I've given some very brief descriptions before, but what's right now is that we're getting to the end of summer and it's starting to bleed into fall. So pretty much like the second week of September.
Okay. So I was gonna say,
So-
I was gonna tell everyone. Okay, but before we search, we need to do this right. We need to search with ice cream cones. Yes. Just the whole group walking down the street with ice cream cones. Right, we're tourists. We should treat this like a I honestly I would get everyone together and say, look, we have had a stressful couple of weeks, so I think we should let go and enjoy ourselves. Sure, we've got some business to do, but there's no reason why we can't really have a fun time.
Okay, sure. So you're able to find, let's see here, you're able to find a vendor, someone who's selling ice cream off the street, and they have a variety of flavors. They have your standard chocolate vanilla strawberry. They have a special kind of wild berry blend that they've made. They have one with like peanut butter chunks in it. And they have one that simply says there's a little sign next to it, and it's this bright neon green that almost glows. And it says surprise. And in parentheses, it says from another dimension. And whenever anyone asks about it, the vendor, who is a young woman, probably like in her late teens actually, she kind of just gives a shrug and she says, "I've been told not to talk about it."
That. I want that.
I'm getting
I want that.
Al's gonna wait
Al.
until Mila gets it and then stare at her, like she's gonna see what happens before he makes his choice.
Why are
Okay.
you looking at me?
Well, to be fair, you did want to do an experiment, so there is also the.
All right, now how many scoops would you like there, Miss?
5.
So the young teenager who's trying, she gets 1 and 2 and 3 scoops, and she stops for a second. She's like, "Do you want the 4th and 5th one on the same cone?"
Yes.
She puts on the 4th, and
She rolls a dexterity check.
I was actually seriously rolling 1d20, and the 4th works. And then she tries to pile on the 5th, and she manages to do so quite well, actually. And she carefully hands over this bright green glowing ice cream to Mila. All right. So, do you take a bite or a lick? I guess I should say.
Yeah, she takes a lick.
Okay. So a few things happen. The first and most apparent is that your tongue has turned a bright green,
Ooh.
and it is glowing as well. Now, you don't know how long that lasts, but out of character, I'm going to tell you it's not permanent. But the most
wouldn't care.
important thing is that every single lick that you take is different. Sometimes it's sweet, sometimes it's sour, sometimes it's bitter, a few times it's like salty, and once in a while it's kind of gross, like it tastes like a sock or something like that.
Ugh.
But most of the time it's a different variety of either like fruits or sweets or sundries. You get one lick and it's like a pork pie for a second. You're like, but the final thing, do you eat the entire thing?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And this is the most interesting part. When you have the very last bite of the cone, the taste of it is your favorite food. So it's like burnt berries or whatever your favorite food.
Berries.
Yeah. So there you go.
So Al would look at Mila and be like, "So is it good?"
Oh, you gotta try some. You'll like shove it in his face.
Oh no, I'll get
What?
my own.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to take yours. And he's like, "I'll have 1 scoop of that."
Okay. Hands you a scoop.
And
Same
then
thing.
he starts oddly licking it, almost like a cat, like small, short licks.
Yes. And the exact same experience happens
Okay.
for you.
Yay! Out of curiosity, when my mouth is closed, is it glowing enough that you can see?
No,
Okay.
no. Just when it's apparent.
Okay.
Is that husband?
Yeah. Mila, look at the tongue.
All right. What kind of ice cream
Patrick,
for the
he's
rest of you? guys?
scribbling down notes.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
Do you want to try some, Patrick?
He goes tempting, and he walks to the person and it goes, "Who do you get the special favor from?"
She shrugs again. She's like, "I'm not supposed to tell, but the owner makes it himself. I don't know how, but he just does it. He tells me not to tell anything because it creates a sense of mystery, but it's not from another dimension," she says dejectedly.
Should I even try to roll to see what it is?
Oh, you know what? Sure. Give me a magic check.
All right then. That is 15 off.
Oh, 15 off.
Yeah.
Okay, 15 off. You're able to tell that she's true. It's probably not interdimensional ice cream. It probably was enchanted somehow, but you don't know the process or how. But you know it's a magic enchantment put onto the food.
Got it. Patrick
Uh,
is going to be a little disappointed that he can't take that back to figure out what it's made of. Because
you
now he
melted.
knows that it's magic
Yeah.
enchanted.
I was gonna say we could just. Do you have any tubes or something? You could just take a little bit of mine and put it in the tube. Melt it or not, it should be the same, right?
Maybe. um, but Patrick, for like a little dejected, will still take the offer of taking a sample of it.
Okay.
And I will hold back. Only if you get your own ice cream first. Everyone gets ice cream.
All right. He actually like looks over every single different ice cream with almost just like he's plastered to the glass and looking as close as he can to each one.
Oh, the young woman raises an eyebrow. She says, "Do you need a hand deciding, sir?"
Yeah. Which one do you like most?
Oh, she says, "I like the chocolate and peanut butter one. That's pretty great."
Then I will take that one.
Okay.
This
image
of like
Paul breathing
against the glass.
How many scoops? Yeah. She was like, hey, Pam, you're psychic. You know, in her brain, she thinks, "Thank God we invested in that sneeze guard." Anyway, yeah. So, how many scoops do you want there, sir?
I'll have. You know, can I have different scoops of different
Sure.
kinds?
Yeah, you bet.
I would take
As long as you have the money for it.
yes. I would if you have a bowl, instead of the edible
cup.
cups that you have.
Sure. Yeah.
And I would like 3. One of the peanut butter and chocolate. One called Rocky Road. Was that?
Sure. Yeah.
And I can't even remember the other normal.
Strawberry, chocolate, vanilla, and a
Mixed
pecan
berries.
one. Mixed berries. And mixed berries. Yeah.
He'll take the mixed berries.
Okay. Mixed berries. Boom. You got that. All right. Tom, Pamel. Do you want to get ice cream from another dimension?
I would like to ask though, or Pam asks, do you have fudge? Do you have hot fudge that I can put on things?
She kind of gives a shake of her head. She's like, "No, sorry, we don't have that."
All right, that's fine. Then I would just like the mentioned green glowy.
All
Yeah.
right. All right, there you go. And she hands that to you. Out of curiosity, Rachel, what is Pamel's favorite food? So we know what her last bite is.
Probably some sort of squid,
Sweet.
salmon, something deep sea. Probably
Yeah.
not that tasty to anybody else.
Hey, well, it doesn't matter. They don't have to eat it.
True. Oh my.
All right, Tom.
I would like 3 scoops of the peanut butter and chocolate.
There we go. She gives you 3 scoops. So your grand total is 40 credits.
Do we have the? Was the money put on the Griff group sheet? If not, I
No.
should put it on there.
No, you probably should
It
just
was
put
not.
the grand total of the money on the
Yes.
on the risk.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because I only have the 4,000 on a cred stick from a while back.
Got it. I'll do that. I was trying to think of what Al's favorite food would be, and I think I've got it, but it's going to be a bit odd.
What is it? Lay it on us.
It's going to be a
People.
doggy milk bone.
What? Really?
What?
Okay, no, this is actually like I kind of like the idea of this. When I was a kid, one of my favorite things to eat were the milk bones that you give puppies because when I was really young, my brother dared me to do it, and I found out that it didn't taste that bad. And when I was young, I used to like have it for a snack, and I'm talking about those big milk bones, you know, and they actually don't taste. They taste like cookies. And I was basically thinking Al, when he was a kid, did the same thing, and it's more of a nostalgia thing. It's just his favorite thing.
All right. Sure. I don't know if the Milkbone brand would have actually.
But we can say
Something
any kind
similar.
of doggy treat, some sort of cookie snack.
Sure. Yeah.
So
yeah.
what you're saying is you've been getting into Hannibal's treats, is what you're trying to.
Now my burnt berries don't sound so bad,
No, I was
dude.
gonna say, are you sure you're not the crease?
well, let's just put it this way: Al may or may not have been using his skills to sneak some of the Hannibal's treats when no one's looking. Yes.
He's like Shaggy from
Anywho.
Scooby Doo.
All right, let's dial it back.
Okay.
All right, so you guys get your ice cream, and now you're going to search for this. Why did I not write? Oh yeah, there we go. For this Morris Kane, whoever she might be. Correct.
Yes.
All right. So for those of you who have the Streetwise skill, do it.
I did it.
Wow.
Nope.
Mila. All right, Mila.
I'm really good at finding people.
You are. I like to think it's because of your persistence.
Might be it.
And because of your persistence, it takes only about 25 minutes or so. And you are able to find out by asking around who this Morris Kane is. And sure enough, you ask a fellow who identifies himself as a person who did some scouting for the New Laszlo military. And he is a wilderness scout, but he's kind of finished his little tour of duty. And he mentions that she works for the New Laszlo military as an advanced, as a scout herself, as kind of, he describes her as some sort of freaky early detection system. But
weird.
she can be found she has a home here in New Laszlo, and he gives you directions to her house.
Okay, let's go.
All right, fair enough. All right, so you head on out that direction, and as you go through the streets, you're able to. You have to kind of get out of the way of a few hover cycles and motorcycles and a few cars that come on by. But walking to her home takes only about a half hour or so. And it's a very small bungalow. It's a very nondescript home. It's made entirely of wood. It looks like it's only about 3 rooms large. It is not decorated all that much, although a single flower kind of blooms out of the old weeds that are kind of in the front of the home itself. It is daytime, so there's no lights going on inside that you can tell, but you're there at the home.
I'm gonna go knock at the door.
Okay. You knock at the door, and a few minutes later, a middle-aged blonde woman who's starting to get some gray streaks through the part in her hair answers the door. She has a very soft maternal face. She's human, completely 100%, and she is wearing kind of a flowered pink top and jeans. And she opens the door and she looks at the group there, and she has a slight confused but she gives a little smile and she goes, yes, can I help you?
Hi.
Hello.
We're what? Why did we do all of this? Mila looks at the group.
Uh,
Al's still eating ice cream.
Patrick sits kind of with a mouthful of ice cream, puts up a finger like 1 second, starts like he puts down his spoon, starts just like trying to eat what's in his mouth.
okay.
Does anyone else want to do it?
Well, my name's Mila. That there is Al, Patrick, Tom, Pam, and is Alicia with us, or is she doing her own thing?
Yeah, Alicia's still working right now, so
Okay.
her
And
shift's a little bit different.
Alicia would be here, but she's working. But I'm sure she would say hi to you too. We have been looking all over for you.
For me,
Yeah. Aren't you important?
I don't think so. Are you sure you have the right home?
Let me see. Is your name Lawrence Millardy?
What? Are you making this up?
She can't remember the name.
Oh,
Can't
of
remember
course.
the name.
Maris
Oh.
Kane?
Okay, Morris Millardy. If she can't remember the name, she can't remember the name, and she shakes her head, and she has a little relieved look on her face, and she says, "Oh, no, I'm not Morris Millardy. You do have the wrong home. I'm sorry."
Oh, okay. Well, it was nice to
No,
meet you.
wait,
Sorry
wait,
about-
Mila.
What?
Like Al will
What?
put his hands on Mila's shoulders. No, it's okay.
What?
I'm sorry. I believe we are looking for you. My friend here simply forgot your name. We are searching for someone who might be able to help us, and we were told you might be able to.
Patrick currently has his mouth open, his eyes closed, and his hand against his head.
The woman kind of scratches the back of her head a little bit, and she realizes that you folks aren't hostile or anything like that, but she's still very, very confused, and she's like, "Well, what could I possibly help you with?"
Well, we actually. Oh, that was motor oil. All right. I'm sorry. Well, Al took a bad lick.
Oh, I was like, "What?" That's hilarious. Okay,
Um, Actually, some time ago, we came across a friend who was in himself friends to some beings from the plane of fire elementals who were trapped in this plane of existence and unable to go home. And it was causing them a great deal of distress, and they had helped us out. So we're actually trying to see if maybe there's any way we can help them in return. We're trying to find a way to help the fire elementals get home.
Oh, she pauses for a moment. She's like, "You do have the wrong person. My name is Katherine, but I think I know who you're trying to talk with. Please come in." And she steps aside and she lets you into her home. It is a very it's a very simply decorated place. A few bright colors here and there, but otherwise it has a very homey kind of simple feel to it. And she leads you towards the second room, which has a few small wooden chairs and kind of a long sofa, but it's made of has a wood frame with just some nice padding on it, and upon it sits a young woman. She is. Let me get my description here. Inferno pants. There we go. She has brown, short hair that clumsily hangs over her long face. She has large, bright brown eyes that peer around in a very wistful fashion. This woman here both acts and looks as if she were in a perpetual dream. She's very soft-spoken, very musing, and very distant. A birthmark that reaches from the bottom of her left cheek runs towards her right nostril and ends on her left cheekbone itself. And Katherine kind of sits down next to Morris here, and she kind of looks apologetically to you to the group, and she says, "This is Morris. She is," and she pauses. And she says, "She's very special to us. Don't worry. I hope the way she speaks doesn't unsettle you. She's just that way, you know." And Morris, kind of in her very dreamlike fashion, kind of looks over to you all, and she says very softly, "I did not see you come in. Are you actually here?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Hello.
And she kind of just
I'm just gonna lean over to Alice like, is ice cream supposed to hurt?
Did you eat it fast?
What's fast?
Fast. So fast it hurts. Patrick,
I
this
don't
is what
think
we
I
call.
like ice cream.
No, Patrick.
I'll have the rest of yours.
This is what we call an ice cream headache.
Split
It
it.
will pass in time. Just you have to pace yourself.
And
Eat it
with
slowly.
that, just quickly, Morris says, "All things eventually pass in time."
See, listen to her. She knows what she's talking about.
But why did it have to start to begin with? Why would you make me eat this?
Hey, Inferno.
It was delicious, but
For shits and giggles, I would like to try and read her brain.
All right.
Yeah.
Well.
You got it. All right, so you're going to be using your it's telepathy to read. And so go ahead and spend the ISP.
All right.
And oh boy. So you get into her mind, and at first the surface thoughts are very scattered. Like they're words, but they're not making entire sentences. It's something like effervescent, always, dog, because. Like just weird out of syntax stuff.
Okay.
Eventually, however, the words in your mind, her surface thoughts, start to coalesce. But instead of coalescing into a sentence, it coalesces into an image, which is very, very unique. Normally, your telepathy, you read surface thoughts that come out in sentences, not images. But this has a single image, a giant, unblinking eye. And then it stops.
Ah. Okay. Mila sort of blinks a few times and shudders, and that's about it.
Okay.
Is there a good time to actually eat ice cream so this doesn't happen?
Oh my god.
No, Patrick. Like I said, just eat it slowly. Don't eat it so fast.
Okay.
Like this,
Okay.
and then. I can't believe we're trying to discuss the finer points of eating ice cream in this lady's
I will
house.
front of
note,
this woman.
if people have not caught on, Patrick has never had ice cream before.
It's a little bit obvious.
Yes.
Learning experience.
Mm-hmm.
Just Patrick, eat it slowly, and then it'll be much more enjoyable.
1 spoonful, give it a few seconds, then have another spoonful.
Like
Okay.
this. Mila reaches over to try and steal some of Patrick's.
Catherine.
Patrick will let him.
Mila will start eating it. You better stop or she'll eat it all.
Patrick will let her.
Mila finishes it.
I wanted some.